folks. Hope your past 3 weeks have been okay. Being able to make do without any musical or radio entertainment because Cowboy Rivers is back with the Hour of Effort after a long 3-week hiatus. I must apologize for that, but here we are once again, 2 a.m. Saturday on KCOU 88.1 FM. Folks, I am very glad to be back. It has been a while, and I have quite the show for you tonight because I am just going to be paying my dues if you know what I'm saying. Now, we have been gone for 3 weeks, and Cowboy Rivers has to kind of ease back into everything. So I think the first thing we should do with the show tonight is kind of just play a little bit of catch-up. So in case you guys have been lost without any Cowboy Rivers, I can inform you about what has been happening in the world because, honestly, we're in quite the pickle if you want to keep on listening and catch my cold. All right, well, let's go ahead and just start with politics because everybody's been talking about that ever since Superman Tuesday has been going on. We got Lex or Jeb Luthor. He's been foiled again thanks to good old Clark Kent getting him out of the election. Donald Trump is still there. Once again, the comedian has failed to understand comedic timing, so he's letting this joke once again kind of last too long. He's going to want to suspend that campaign soon because more and more people keep on falling off. They do not know where his joke is going. Many of us do not. We're trying to be reasonable about it, but he has to do him, I suppose. What other news? Oh, the KCOU studio got repainted. Yeah, a couple weeks ago, we came in and for some reason, painted on the walls in blood, there was a saying that said Ted Cruz is the Zodiac Killer. That was really strange to kind of walk into, but, you know, we got that repainted. Now the walls are nice and pink, so I'm really liking it. What else? A couple of weeks ago, some Oscar bullshit that's already been forgotten about happened. What won Best Picture? Who gives a shit? No one cares about movies. Movies are dumb. KCOU got bought out by YouTube Red, their new streaming service. So this whole program, everything you are listening to on KCOU is brought to you by YouTube Red. So you got to thank them for their shitty material and whatever. Full House is back on Netflix. So, you know, that's really just continuing the 21-day streak of endless bullshit happening. So, really, things haven't been good. Things have not been too good. The only cool thing to happen in the past 21 days throughout the entire world, this is a fact, is the True False Film Festival in Colombia that happened last weekend. Yes, this documentary film festival helped celebrate nonfiction storytelling as well as celebrated the 1-year anniversary of Cowboy Rivers being on the air. Ooh, yes. Yes, folks, 1 year ago last week, I got behind the mic and started out my hours of effort. I didn't even know what I was calling it back then, but here we are a year later, and I think we're doing pretty damn fine. So fear not, I will never be gone again for 3 weeks because so much bad stuff has been happening. However, I do have some bad news. What with upcoming trips, spring break, and volunteersmanship, this will technically be the last show for about 6 weeks, technically. So in honor of that, let's go out with a bang tonight. We're going to bang up some bangers and going to have a big old bang party. We're going to be banging each other, going crazy. Let's start with some music, though. Get that banging started. Folks, you're listening to KCOU 88.1. All right, folks, you are listening to KCOU 88.1, and I'm your DJ for the hour, Cowboy Rivers, and this is my hour of effort, so thank you for tuning in. Now, folks, we're going to go ahead and keep on talking with some subjects, or about some subjects. I'm here in the studio alone right now. Couldn't afford a friend tonight. But because it is March, the thing on everybody's mind is St. Patrick's Day. Yes, let's focus on the best holiday of March, if you ask me. It's a day that's long been forgotten for its actual real history and has been reincarnated as an excuse for day drinking during the week, actually. So, it's really a fucking foolproof holiday, if you ask me. It sounds like it was, ironically, made up by a drunk person. I mean, what are the rules for it? You gotta wear green, the color of a shamrock shake, because reasons, I guess. And if you don't wear green, what happens? You get pinched. I mean, I guess that's a fun little rule if you're in elementary school, but you'll get 4 years in prison if you're a grown-ass man pinching a lady. Now, I'll be heading down this St. Patrick's Day, which is why I'm talking about it right now instead of next week, because I'm going to be going down to St. Patrick's Day Central, which is Rolla, Missouri. Yes, folks, the home of Missouri S&T is actually the place where Mr. Patrick was actually born, and it was the place where he invented leprechauns. So, there's your history for the holiday. Now, we're going to go ahead and keep on talking with some more fun facts, because fun facts are a pretty nice way to fill the airtime when you're waiting for the next song to get loaded into the player or whatever. So, fun fact, the tongue is the strongest muscle in the human body. In fact, it is so strong that it is the only thing on Earth that can cut diamonds. So, the next time somebody gives you shit, why don't you just trade licks with them and see who's the last one standing. Now, in case you couldn't tell, I was very tired when I was writing this shit tonight. So, we're going to go ahead and keep on listening to some classic music. We're going to listen to some Barry White next with Love's Theme. Folks, you're listening to KCOU 88.1. Okay, folks, that was where pathways meet by something that's not on the screen anymore. Folks, you are listening to KCOU 88.1, and you are listening to the Cowboy Rivers Hour of Effort on this wonderful college station I am currently preoccupying. Now, folks, we're going to go ahead and continue on with my ongoing biography series. This is going to be the fourth episode, I should say, where we're diving into the history of Cowboy Rivers. Now, the last time we were here 3 weeks ago, I was just a young teenager in a submarine with my mentor, Carrick Vave, and we were searching for the lost city of Atlantis. We secured most of the Marineris Trench, and after spending about a month looking around down there, we kind of figured that, hey, our supplies are decreasing along with our crew. However, Carrick Vave figured, no, we must continue on, and I admired him for his courage. That's kind of where I think I learned some of my own confidence from that brave man. However, rumors were spreading on the ship of mutiny. And because Carrick had trusted me, he gave me the keys to the submarine. Eventually, Vave was shot out to sea, and he was shot out of the torpedo hatch. But this would not be the last time I saw him. So, in a dead submarine at the bottom of the ocean, filled with several burly Filipino seamen, they all turned to me for my knowledge of where Carrick Vave had entrusted the key, which was myself. And unfortunately, I figured that the keys would be best if Carrick Vave didn't know where they were, and the last place he would suspect them to be would be on his person. And he had been flown out of the submarine. So now there were no keys. There was no way to get the submarine started up again. So, enraged, I was shot out to the deep blue sea, all by myself, unknown of where to go and whatnot. Also, there was quite a bit of water, so drowning was more than likely. However, by some working of the gods, though, I was shot straight into a miracle. Not the lost city of Atlantis, but something even better. Something that can only be described as heaven on earth. Folks, I was shot into the lost city of Catlantis, an underwater city of kittens. Yes, folks, the legends are true. It is a real place. I have been there. There, my rarity of being a human was praised as royalness, and all the cats there made me live like a king. And I lived there for many decades among the felines. But unbeknownst to everyone in Catlantis, disaster was looming not too far. It was something so bad, so disgraceful, so unpredictable that I cannot spoil it just right here. We'll have to wait till next time, folks. We're going to continue on with the music, so keep on enjoying what you're hearing, folks. You're listening to the Cowboy Rivers Hour of Effort on KCOU 88.1. Okay, folks, you are listening to KCOU 88.1, and this has been the Cowboy Rivers Hour of Effort, and I've been your host, Cowboy Rivers, but on my clock I have 2:58, and unfortunately that means this hour of effort must come to a close once again, but it will not come to a close without one of my own favorite songs right now of the moment. So, folks, I'm going to leave you with a little something by the Decemberists, the Rake song, in fact. And I hope you all have a fine spring break and an even finer St. Patty's. Folks, it's been wonderful. I will see you sometime soon in the future. Do not forget me. This has been KCOU 88.1.